we are going to be doing a bunch of keyboard stuff today. And today, we are going to be doing the Ducky 1-2 Mini. This is the SA profile that I have. This is the profile we're going for. We're going to be testing the KAT instead. As you can see, that's a much different profile. It's not. It's very similar. The SA and KAT profiles, some people say they're practically the same, but you know, it could be different. We're gonna type with this. So first things first, we are going to probably do a typing test on the SA keycaps, and we're gonna open this up. So this is the KAT Refined, as you can see, and this is gonna be the rest of the KAT Refined. So I think those are the mods and these are the alphas, if I remember correctly. Yeah, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna do that. I believe those are white on black. Yeah. So those are wobs. All right, let's test this out. Oh my god, the keycaps are very similar, as you can see, to GMK Terror. Unfortunately, I do not have GMK Terror. I wish I had GMK Terror for the keycaps, but I'm not about to spend $200 on effectively pieces of plastic right now. If I get monies, don't get me wrong, I will 100% put it on 2 pieces of plastic, but but why not on pieces of plastic? Man, I have so many pieces of plastic. You see these? These are all pieces of plastic. Everything around me. Yeah, you see that? You see my background? Pieces of plastic. No clue. You have no clue. You need that too. A keyboard? Pieces of plastic. You need a background. You need the money. Oh, yes. Everyone needs money, right? I mean, there's a certain amount of money, and once you reach the threshold of I can live and I can eat, everything else is extra. You know what I mean? Okay, let's do this thing. This is going to be the Ducky 1-2 Mini, and these are on the SA keycaps. This is more of a typing test and less of a sound test, and the reason why is if you would... Well, if I don't do that... hit here somewhere. You can press this down. It's a silent keyboard. The mic doesn't even pick it up. I'm looking at the mic. Jeez. That's crazy. Like, there is a sound. It's just you can't hear it. If you want to hear them, here's how they sound. into the key. Oh my god. Let's type this. That way I have a general feel of how this goes. SA keycaps on the Ducky 1-2 Mini, so it is just your regular 60% layout. I believe this is a 5-degree typing angle, if I'm not mistaken. I can double check in a bit, but it should be a decent typing angle. All right, Ducky 1-2 Mini with SA keycaps and creams, not creams. Honey Peach V2s, right? These are the Honey Peach V2s, one of the more silent ones I have tested. It is a little too soft for my liking, but you know. Boom. Yes! 77 words per minute. Ew, they spelled it honor. Without the U. Yeah. It's very terribly American. I get it. It's horrible because it's terribly American. Wonder, not aware of this specific source. I did 77 words per minute. The things we do outlast our mortality. The things we do are like monuments that people build to honor heroes. To honor heroes? To honor heroes after they've died. They're like the pyramids that the Egyptians built to honor the pharaohs. Only instead of being made of stone, they're made out of the memories people have of you. Man, I gotta honor them arrows out there. Alright, personally, it makes, if you have a keyboard that you do not like to have a much taller aspect to it, then I believe this is better. In terms of how SA feels, oh Jesus Christ, that just fell right off. The SA keycap profile, as you can see, is quite nice. Don't get me wrong, the SA keycaps look very nice. I personally like them, but it is terribly steep. You then put it on the table, it looks this way. It's almost as if you have one of the legs out. Because previously, with most other keyboards, they are at the 7-degree typing angle, and this one brings it to a +3, I believe. No, yeah, that's not a +3. That's wrong. Anyways, this is a much higher typing angle. And using this to type, that's crazy. I don't know about SA and the higher typing angles. Let me try this. We'll try this. I do like how it's scooped on all of the letters, personally, and because when I type, it goes through this way, versus moving up and down completely, because I keep my arms directly on the table, which means this is the best I can do, right? I don't actually go up here. I don't move downwards. I normally don't move downwards, just upward. So that makes my mobility a lot smaller. A lot smaller. No. And honestly, in this version, I don't actually mind it. This height, I don't mind the height. I'll be honest, I do not mind the height being like that way. Okay, I do like the SA keycaps for that. They do scoop in quite a lot, as you can see, and then they level out on the space. I believe the KAT is very similar, but slightly lower. Let's read this passage, actually. Let's also read this passage. The source is The Sandman. I like the stars. It's the illusion of permanence, I think. I mean, they're always flaring up and caving in and going up. But from here, I can pretend. I can pretend that things last. That is sad. They're always flaring up and caving in and going out. That's basically life. I like the stars. It's the illusion of permanence. Because we know that stars turn into black holes, aka it dies in some form or another. It's not necessarily a corpse, but we just assume that it being a sun is considered alive, and then once it has caved in completely, it then becomes a black hole. There we go. Now we can actually take this out, and then we're gonna pull all of these off, and hopefully the actual keys stay in? Yeah, they're staying in. Let's go! That's amazing. Because sometimes these actually pull out the actual keys themselves. It's not just the keycaps. Almost done. That was relatively fast. I'm honestly thinking of buying a bunch of other new key switches or keyboard switches. Key switches. Ugh. I sound like I'm out of the hobby for the longest time. Probably am, honestly. All I do is watch other people do things, and I just want to do them myself. I hate it. All right, so there's the keyboard. These are all of the silent switches, as you didn't hear them. This is a lot louder. See, you can hear that one. If I turn this off, there, and there's this. Can I type with just this? Technically speaking, yes. I can give this a shot right now. It will feel horrible because the pads are much smaller. Let me try typing with just this and see what happens. Swear to God, this is home row. Oh, okay. We are going to. Oh my God, what's this shift? Oh my God, shift is so small. Oh, okay, cool. Space. Oh, okay. Okay, space shift. Oh no, nope. Oh. Space. That took way too long. These are silent, so I didn't bother pausing the music. But at the same time, oh, 29 words per minute. Jesus Christ, buddy. It is relatively difficult. Hitting the regular keys is fine, it's normal. However, hitting the spacebar, because I hit the spacebar somewhere around here, I had to figure out how to do it in this left-hand side. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, just doing that. Backspace and the shift. The shift, I use right shift. As you can see, there's a gaping hole where the right shift is. Okay, as you can see, before we go too far pushing this in. This is what it looks like. The KAT keycaps the SA keycaps aren't as concave as I like them to be compared to these, which are the KAT keycaps. This is a soft looking keyboard now. So this keyboard looks terribly, terribly soft for what it is. The thing about taller keycap is they do tend to sound a little bit different. Press down here. It never stops sticking. Oh, that is weird. Oh, huh. That is odd. Yeah, every key is scooped. Every key is scooped. Look at that. It's all scooped. Including the spacebar that's tilted a little to the left. There we go. Every key is scooped. That is crazy. Alright, so those are the keycaps. Here's the keycap profile. This is how it looks like. Let me just cover that light up a little bit. Actually, we're looking at the profile. Whatever. Here's the keycap profile. It looks uneven though. I might try this on a different keyboard at another point. That way it looks decent. Okay. I think you can hear a little bit of the switches now. You know, if you like the SA profile, but you don't want it to be tall, then yeah, this might actually be good. Okay, let me give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. All right. Let's pause this a little bit and start typing. Again, this is the Ducky 1.2 Mini, except it's using KAT keycaps. These are the KAT Refined, which are going to be not quite as tall, but almost similar to the KAT profile. It is scooped. It's a flatter version of the scooped SA profile. KAT is a lot flatter. However, the keycaps themselves have a different scoop to them. But I'm like trusting that. Yeah. I think they are relatively scooped. If you wanted a shorter version of SA, KAT might be it. All right, let's try this. Let's give this a shot. All right, we did do 69 words per minute. I personally like these a little bit. If you're a lot more used to the GMK style and or the regular OEM style, this is a lower version. If you like the scoops or the scooped feel and the more, well, the roundedness of the SA keycap profile, if you compare them side to side, it might literally just be, let's look here. Yep. It loses some of the scoop. As you can see, it loses the scoop of the actual SA profile. It retains some of the scoop. As you can see in some of the keycaps here, there is a scoop. The top row, however, doesn't have as much of a scoop. However, going back up one row, actually even going back, the backspace seems to, let me block this. The backspace, for some reason, sticks out like a sore thumb. And it's not even that much higher than the rest of the keycaps. If you look at that profile, it's not that much higher. And a lot of it has to do with the modded key. I think this is a design choice because it's a lot higher. I just saw the 69, I had to say it, all right? You're obliged. If you're a streamer, if you're a person on the internet that makes content of any sort, you see the number 69 and you're obligated to say nice. It's not funny. It's just at this point, you kind of have to. It's the equivalent of saying F to pay respects and then actually hitting the F button. So it was that over the course of time, the man and the weapon seemed as one. Ashbringer became the name of legend. Ashbringer became a name of legend, attributed not to just the fearsome blade, but also to the relentless knight who wielded it. Yes, indeed. So it was over the course of time. Yes, over the course of time, for example, when you think of someone, if they say, hey, it is poker night, who do you think organizes that? Especially in my friend group. It's always one guy. So they are relatively synonymous. You can say one thing. And even me, I'm the weird tech guy that has a lot of stuff. Because, yeah. I really need a good testing keyboard. I need about 4 more keyboards. For example, there are 6 on the wall right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. I have 9 keyboards that I can technically use. One of which I don't want to use. I need 10 keyboards, 2 of which are going to be my tester keyboards. In other words, if I'm going to make a review of either a Switch, then I can use the keyboard as a tester, right? For example, there is a keyboard that is coming out sometime in February that might be in stock that I would like to purchase. That is hot swap and can be wireless and has a bunch of other keys that I'll allow it to go through, which means since it is a technically 60% keyboard or 65% keyboard, I don't really need that many switches. I was thinking of getting one 65% keyboard and one a 60% keyboard like this. I would prefer a 60% keyboard as your regular workhorse type keyboard in order to test switches instead of your regular 65 or higher. Mostly it saves me time and work on my part, which is why I personally prefer that. This is 60%, that is the 65. But since it has the home row on the left hand side, it has about the space of a TKL. Again, this is the Ducky 1-2 Mini with the Honey Peach V2. These are silent. These are silent switches. In other words, you're not supposed to be hearing anything, and this is more a comparison of actually typing on these keycaps. Next week, we are going to move over to these guys, and we're going to do the same thing. All right? There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, buddy. Oh my god. All right. Ad starts in a bit here. But yes, I still like how this feels. Right now, it is relatively new. In other words, there is such a matte coating on it that it feels nice to use as of current. Because of that, it makes it a little easier, a lot more palatable, if you will. If there's a logical explanation for something, then I'll believe it. But if there isn't one, I will choose the most romantic option. Look at this quote, though. This quote, like, there, the guy be trying, actually trying. If there's a logical explanation for something, then I'll believe it. Which is nice. But if there isn't one, I will choose. This is the equivalent of saying, look, if it's not logical, make it romantic. Which means he's watching a movie. If it's not a documentary, it might as well be entertaining. Effectively, that's it. Even in streaming, if you aren't informational, which I try to be, let's be real. I try to be, just try to be as entertaining as possible. I don't know about romantic though. Romance, of course, romance. But no, romance is a thing, and romance. People seem to like romance a lot. However, every time I think of romance, I just go, there goes some sad fool again. That's fine, they're enjoying it. That's literally it. That's what are you gonna do? Say, no, that's a bad thing. Don't do that. No, they're obviously enjoying it. They have that preference. I'm just the fool. All right, last one. All right, see if we can crack 100. I don't think we can. Not for this. What is this quote? For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day in your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. It was just a regular day. It could be the most mundane things that are the reason your life takes the biggest turn. I remember hearing a story about multiple people introducing someone to somebody else going, you know, I think you're gonna like this person. You guys should probably hang out. And you're like, okay. They hang out. And next thing you know, they're married. Most important day of their life. Holy moly, what? Yeah, and basically the story goes, this girl is in such horrible relations. Friend goes, you should stop dating men like that. Date men like this. People who are a lot straighter to the point, a little more straight-laced, and know how they feel about themselves. Like George. Points to George coming their way. And then the girl goes, oh, okay. The next thing you know, they're dating. It's like, no, that's not how it works. I said like George, not George. But yeah, no, it depends on how you take that context. For you, the day bison graced your village, most important day of your life. But for you, it was a Tuesday. For them, the best decision they've ever made. For you, you were just giving regular advice to random person on the street just went, yeah, okay, try that. It's great. Amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. For more keyboard photography and gaming streams, make sure to check me out during Monday through Wednesday at around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, assuming I'm not late. But if you do like the video, just make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna have a nice one. No, you have a nice one. Bye.